Notice that the man sitting in the cockpit debugging the plane was Sergei Bergdan, a 63-year-old man from Russia, worried that he was too happy last night. The worried mechanic lay down next to the cockpit to assist Lao Xie in getting ready for the flight. The ready Lao Xie closed the cockpit, then nudged the throttle push, ready to use the parking position. Suddenly, Lao Xie slammed on the brakes, then waved to the crowd, indicating that they didn't worry. He didn't actually drink much last night. Then he slowly slid to the takeoff point. Here is a video taken by the photographer from super close range at Jinwan Airport in Senzhou Town, Zhuhai City. Through this video, we will see the whole process of 63-year-old Sergei Bergdan's aerial performance after taking off in a Sufi, ultra-thin dry bus in high definition. After 2.5 minutes of taxiing, Lao Xie finally arrived at the takeoff point. Without hesitation, he directly pushed the throttle with all his strength and drove the Suwu era to sprint on the runway with 2 engines to output power at full capacity. After less than 400 meters, Lao Xie lifted the engine and drove the fighter jet off the ground and began to climb. At the same time, the landing gear was also quickly retracted. Then the Su-57 began to climb at a nearly vertical angle, and after climbing for a few hundred meters, Lao Xie flew the plane with a beautiful backflip and directly did a minimum radius somersault. Then the fighter plane dived down and changed to a level flight state, followed by Lao Xie driving the fighter jet to sprint, and then quickly hit the direction, and directly came an incredible pendulum maneuver. The fuselage of the fighter jet swung back and forth like a pendulum. After the pendulum maneuver was completed, the fighter jet began to descend horizontally again. At this time, Sophie was ultra-thin like a leaf, rotating horizontally while falling vertically. This is the classic leaf drift excitement. Such a hardcore operation also stunned the onlookers. But these were not all Old Z's skills. He first flew the fighter jet at a high speed, then quickly pulled the pushrod back, raised the nose of the fighter jet at a large elevation angle, and directly shot the glasses. The whole action was completed in one go, which was very silky. Old Z, who was not satisfied with this, climbed up with his ocean feet and used the horse's gas to push the gap into the net. Then Lao Xie drove the fighter jet to accelerate past the audience, and then slammed to the left, showing the entire fighter jet in the camera. The engine was a nozzle, and the yellow flames spewed out were clearly visible. This was an unremarkable minimum radius turning maneuver, but at this moment Lao Xie had to bear the minimum overload of 8 grams. Not to mention anything else. Lao Xie's physical fitness is really strong, making one difficult maneuver after another. The action is as simple as drinking water, and I can't wait to go up.